Just to me, man. Don't do this to me. Damn OBS. Or computer, or both. I'm gonna put this on. Craziness. There we go. Oh, this will be put on YouTube, and you're watching this right now on Twitch. But hi guys. Welcome to a special stream. I was going to do it this earlier, but I figured since Tomassi will be asleep at this point, and which would have been about 7, 8 o'clock. I guess Musty's would have been asleep at this point. I decided to do a stream right now because, figuring time zones and everything, it's probably going to be 11 in the US, and I'm guessing some Euros, Palms, and all that will be asleep at this point. Maybe, I don't know. That's a whole other story. Anyway, welcome to a special stream. Anyway, guys, I'm the Real V-Star Nathan Vaughan. We're in day 3 of the Real V-Star Gaming Festival. I'm going to be here probably for the next hour. Answering your questions about me, about Real V-Star Gaming, Team MZ, or it could be about music, it could be about food, it could be about my experiences, it could be wrestling, of course. I've just got the thing on replay over here at the moment. Got it on mute though. And yeah, I've been trying to get some questions. I didn't get a whole lot of it on Twitter, unfortunately, and I didn't really get the questions on my server either. So here's the deal. If you want your questions answered, you can do so in the chat. Feel free to ask me questions about anything. Of course, I'm on social media as well, but that won't matter because I gave you guys plenty of time to answer the questions on social media. I'm on Team MC as well. Ask me if you want to sign up to it. Awesome community, and yeah, you'll find me here for the Q&A on here. Thought I'd do this because as of the other day, and I'm trying to get to it. Dashboard. It'll be much easier to quickly get here. Much easier. I passed the 300 mark as of last Thursday, Friday, and uh, and roughly almost at the time I decided, oh, why not make 6 days of Bill Feaster Gaming Festival? Have like a stream every day to celebrate this and the fact that Nintendo Switch is coming out in a couple of days' time. Um, but yeah, those of you who've been following my journey so far, thank you very much. Happy to make a lot of friends, whether it's on social media, whether it's the Team MC, whether it's doing my streams on YouTube or Twitch. Great to share the experience with each and every one of you guys. Bloody hot here today too. I'll show you guys the like. You gotta also remember this is like in Celsius, not Fahrenheit or whatever you call it for the rest of the world, but we're measuring Celsius. So it's pretty hot today. 31.7 degrees. So that's probably got to be 90s, hundreds, whatever hot it is. But yeah. Get back to Discord. I'm gonna read some funny questions before I get into some serious questions, and you can leave the questions in the chat, guys. Feel free to leave the questions in the chat, and I'll answer them to you. I'll answer them on stream. Can be about sport, can be about music, can be about wrestling, can be about gaming, can be about personal experiences, a bunch of other things. Just feel free to leave your questions, guys. I'm gonna read some funny ones though. That was posted on my Discord. And by the way, the Discord code's up there, so if you want to join my Discord, go ahead, come meet a bunch of people there. We're all crazy bunch down there. Yeah, but one of my admins has left some, and one of my members have left some funny stuff. My admin, Eternal Nav HD, wrote, when and how did you became known as David the V-Star? He must imagine me like Leonardo da Vinci or David Copperfield or both. So that's pretty funny in itself. The V-Star part though, as I mentioned like in previous streams, and the real V-Star name comes from the fact that I was called Fawnstar, Fawny, and to make sure that I was like, people know who I am, I put the real on Twitter, and then it can't go there for all the other social networks now, including Facebook as well, my personal Facebook. Yeah, so Fawny, Fawnstar, V-Star, Real V-Star Gaming, and of course the fact that my last name is Fawn. So yeah, that's kind of the origins of the Fawn name, just to take things a little seriously. But it's nice for Eternal Nav to praise me ridiculously like that. I'm not sure if he still calls me that anymore. And then a funny one from Magnu Uzo Menace asks how I become a sexier and therefore more powerful Magus. I thought this were questions about me. Oh, dude. Just trying to digest that for a second. Oh my god. All I can say is have some swag, man. Be yourself. That's all you can do. I mean, that's how people know you're cool and sexy and all that. Just nice swag. Be yourself. Have fun. those sorts of things. And then I got Mega Buster, a fellow friend of mine, saying how's life after the baby face. For those that don't know, about a month ago I did a stream and it'll be on YouTube. Um, you'll find the clip on YouTube on my Real Vstar Gaming YouTube. Um, anyway, I did a stream on Wednesday, so it's got to be about 4 weeks ago now. Um, because we're like raising money for the Team Malin thing, I thought like if I get 35, if Team MC got to like $3,500, I'd be happy to put my bid on the line, and 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 then Volt was also the same thing. That guy was like a baby without the beard, or like a big kid. And me, nah, that's just pretty sad, really. Um, I mean, I kind of grown to love this bad boy. That's now just going back. Um, and you would also see some pictures on Instagram too. But about the life after, yeah, it's terrible. I mean, it's good for the fact it's summer and you can keep your um, beard fresh and everything. But no, I feel naked without the beard. I mean, I'm kind of growing to love having a beard and the fact it builds character on my face. Um, Definitely don't want to go back to that days for a while. Maybe if it's just something like November. Otherwise, I wouldn't. You will not see this without the bit of me anytime soon, guys. Um, so yeah, it's going back good. And Mega Buster, nah, mine grow quicker than Involets. Poor Involet. I don't know. Um, my good friend Fishy, we're getting to more serious questions here. Um, and don't forget to leave your questions in the chat, guys. Um, More than happy to take your questions. Uh, I mean that's what the stream's for. Um, so what's the main console? I suppose it depends on how you define main console. Like, which console do I play more often? Well, I think that's pretty easy. Um, it would be pretty much Nintendo Wii U and the um, and 3DS at the moment. Of course, that could change with the Switch coming up on Friday, and I will be streaming the unboxing on Friday morning or afternoon, my time. To I'll be streaming on Friday morning to unbox the Nintendo Switch. Hope we get some games of it. I don't know if I have to go buy a Wii U copy of the Zelda game because of the. I don't know if I'll get it or read it. But yeah, I do play a lot of Nintendo games. I sometimes play the PS3 or the Xbox One, like especially with the streams that you see. Um, and yeah, um, it depends on what games on it. Like Nintendo has a bunch of them, like for your Mario, your Zeldas, your Donkey Kongs, your Kirby's, your Mega Man. Well, used to be Mega Man, the always stages. Um, there's a lot of good first party games on Nintendo. That's why I mainly play Nintendo. But sometimes I play other things like GTA or wrestling or poker. I'm trying to get into some of the games on the other platform like Last of Us at the moment. Um, so yeah, I'm kind of opening my eyes just a little bit. Um, with the other games, I did try to play like the first Assassin's Creed a few years ago. I should get back to that later in the year. Um, and that's because when the series used to be hot before like it went too saturated and milked out. I got like a bunch of other games up there. Um, so yeah. So Nintendo is definitely your go-to in my world, in my terms anyway. So yeah. Oh, I'm on twice on the live and streaming. Don't need that. There we go. Get back to the question here. Yeah, thanks for that question, Fishy. And by the way, I've seen your message last night on Team MZ about your anxieties and depression. I should probably answer that too. Um, I've developed the anxiety issues since 2012. I don't know why, but it just kind of happened. Being like over space outside or being in the vehicle, it just scares me. I've somehow become sensitive to these things, and um, I'm just too used to going inside, and everything in between, and that's why I don't go outside as much. Although I'm trying to, got to go to the gym and make sure that I work off my metabolism. That could be what's causing my freakouts. So I've got too much energy in my hands. Um, so if I'm not having much energy, I would be, um, you know, just keep my mind on certain things. I think that's another thing too. It's always about the mindset as well. Um, that with the society as well. Another thing too, he did mention like the crap that's happened to him. I've been through similar. I've had people use me. Um, I've had people I thought were my friends just use me for money. I don't get a lot of friends in my part of Australia, of Portland and that. Um, it's unfortunately the case when like you're in a small town and people know you too well and just judgmental. Unfortunately, that's the case in the real world and sometimes on social media as well. I had quite a few people unfollow me because of little things. It is what it is, but you don't try and let it get to you. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, um, just gotta focus on your happiness. Gotta focus on the people that want to be there with you, and do the things that you love to do, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Because if anyone tells you otherwise, they're obviously out there to compete, to not care, to use you, a bunch of other things. Um, and just a reminder too, if anyone's going through anxiety and depression, please call your anxiety and depression services wherever you are around the world. But in Australia here, it's Beyond Blue, Lifeline, Are You Okay, those sort of services, try and talk to people. If you can't talk to your family or your uh, friends or your other half or your animals. So yeah, I think that I think anxiety, depression, and all that needs to be talked about too. Uh, and unfortunately, especially like if you when you lose a job too, it can get really hard to the point that some people suicide because things are too hard, and that's never really a good thing. So yeah, it's good to talk to people about it rather than just bottle it up. Otherwise, it can have traumatic consequences or tragic consequences rather, and we don't want to see deaths be out of those. But anyways, it's a good point, and Rishi, we love you, and we hope you get well. We love you, and um, you're always welcome to talk to us anytime, including myself. Um, doors always it's an open door policy. Um, and I'm pretty sure you and I are both not the only one dealing with the issues. Okay, now with that being said, we go to the next question here. Again from my admin Eternal Nav, and mind you, he's away for a few weeks because he's going to India as I speak, with no internet whatsoever. I'm not sure if it's some sort of conference or something to do with work or, but yeah, um, he should be right. Hopefully, hope you have a fun trip. Um, so anyway, Eternal Nav asks, "What's your first console?" I don't know if it's the NES or if it's the one of the Ataris. I know it's one of them. Um, I know it's like one of those early Ataris that are like things like the Activision games, Battlefield, um, Kangaroo, Berserk, and those other crazy games. Um, and then on the other hand, you got Nintendo, and I was playing like Mario Brothers. That's the first game that I played for Nintendo. Um, my memories are a little bit hazy. I don't know if it was Atari or with I know it's one of the popular Atari consoles, or if it's the NES. It's one of them. Got Mario. I I've had fun with Mario 1 and 3. Had fun with Kirby's Adventure, Mega Man 2 and 3 on there. I never got the con. I never got the cock. Uh, I never got the cock. The two Zelda games on the NES. That's a good one. Um, I play Mac Kids and or a Guilty Pleasures or a game. Mac Kids or McDonald Kids for depending on region. Um, so yeah, that was definitely fun and it's self to play at the time. I kind of wish I was a kid again. You used to go to the theatre store and you buy a bunch of games along with the movies, and those were fun days. You know, like tons of games. You buy games, you hire games. Uh, you can get your cards and tassos and that, and get your gaming memorabilia, kind of like with your GameStop or or EB Games as it's called here. So yeah, I mean that's just the fun thing about the past. Just a bunch of nostalgia. That's just kind of fun. And then with tons of games too, they used to have TV and that's electrical shops too. They like have TVs in front of the stores. Sorry, my sister's talking to me for a second. Um, so yeah, it was fun to have TVs in front of the electrical shops. Tons of games. Unfortunately, they don't do that anymore because people are gonna just easily break through the window and steal TVs. So it's a bit of a shame, really. But you gotta see where they're coming from. Is TVs like they sell like hotcakes. And the way my TV's going, as good as it is, I'm losing the HDMI cords in it, like it's falling into the TV because it doesn't want to stay in its place. Um, but yeah, they were great times, the early '90s when I started getting the video games. I used to have like a Game and Watch, like a Cement Factory, a Donkey Kong. I wish I didn't install that Donkey Kong game. That would have been worth a lot of money, and it'd be great for the collectibles as well. Um, but anyway, um, I'm thinking I'm leaning towards the Nintendo NES as the first console. Although mine might be a bit hazy. Um, but anyway, thank you for that question, Eternal Nav. If it wasn't for Nintendo, by the way, like the NES, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be on stream, and I think this question might somewhat answer that question. Um, and so yeah, um, yeah, Nintendo's always made some quality games, like up till recently with some of them. But anyway, Nintendo got me here. They've done a good job, and couldn't ask for a better industry to be part of, one way or another. Okay, and in relation to what I said before, we got a question from the recent new member of the realvstargaming Discord, Sitmo0004. Welcome to you, and welcome to the three others in the Discord overnight. I think it's. I go introduction and departures. Oh, Benjamin there, or Ben Heartless, Nintendo Dope, Elise, maybe 01, and True Zelda Fan. All you guys, welcome in, and Sitmo 004. Um, and don't forget to answer your questions on chat, guys. I'll be happy to answer your questions. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to make up some questions myself since, yeah, we're not getting much traction at the moment. Okay, so Sitmo0004 asks, what made you want to be a streamer? Now, I've started streaming about September, October, I think it is. Roughly the same time I started using Instagram. I thought it was October or November, but um, just got the rest of them on replay at the moment, so don't mind me. I started about September, October. Um, I thought I started Team MZ about October, November, but it turns out it was mid-December. So after checking my messages with MZ herself, or M Regan, known as the co-owner of Team MZ, mind you, um, she's from UK. Um, and yeah, I ended up asking if, well, she ended up giving me a message saying if I want to join Team MZ, and I moved up. I hesitantly said that, oh yeah, I joined Team MZ, and yeah, she gave me another DM saying you need to ask me personally if I want to join the team for you proclaim. And I did the same thing with Nintendo Group the other week. I got to get some more members in there. Um, but yeah, Team Members is a great group. Uh, if you guys want to join, just ask me on social media, and I'll see what I can do about getting you signed up. Or just go to the Team MC account and go to the pinned tweet for the sign up link. Anyway, getting back to the question at hand, what made me want to be a streamer? Um, I've been playing video games since early 90s, 91, 92, I think it is. Um, thank you for the auto host, Raven. Um, so, what made me want to be a streamer? Good question. That. Look, I've actually signed into Twitch for a few years, but I never actually got the stream because, like, just because, one, I'm nervous to be on camera. Two, I usually keep to myself. Um, and I don't know. I never opened myself up to the world like I have. I didn't even take Twitter seriously until the second half of last year either, even though I had the account for a few years. Especially with Facebook being on a bit of a low and low. But what made me want to be a streamer? I suppose it's to meet people and to kind of come out of my shell a bit. Um, Started off with like Christian games, Lee and the other streamer or two. I think most of them were Australia. I don't get to. I don't know what happened. One stream, and yeah, that they went. I think most of them weren't talking to me because of something. Um, I suppose that's just like experience as a streamer. You got to learn a bunch of things, like um, just be, just have an open mind. Um, Look, let's just put it like this. I was just going off like a nervous start to streaming. Um, I've started off with the Royal Feast name and ended up sticking with it until the recent Twitch change the other day, which now you can find me as Royal Feast Gaming. Um, but yeah, I think anyone that is like a new streamer would absolutely definitely feel nervous about doing streams because you know they don't know a bunch of people. They get nervous about being on cam and a bunch like to the world. Um, and they've had experiences that would cause them to be shy, not be talkative, not be on cam, not be on mic, and just play the games. Um, but yeah, I suppose just to show off the games on stream, and eventually just getting the capture card, getting OBS fired up completely, getting camera like you're seeing right now with the I think it's 5 Logitech 5 something, C5 something, with the 360 cam, nifty little stuff here. See, it's supposed to be like 720 quality. Ah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Don't put me that close. I need to brush my teeth. Do that later. Get back there. Um, but yeah, it's just to meet people and collectively meet people, and then when Team MZ started, just ended up um, meeting a bunch of great people, and I'm meeting people in the other communities as well. So yeah, it's absolutely fun. It became progressively fun to be a streamer, but at the same time it can be frustrating because I still live at home with my family, and real life implications can get in the way at times of this, and vice versa. Hence why I had to cancel streams the other week with babysitting my sister's dogs. One of them that got injured. In case you didn't see the stream the other week, I don't know if it'll still be on Twitch. I doubt it. It'll be on my computer. I still gotta download some videos onto there. But yeah, I think that's a question that should be answered a lot, really, to anyone doing Q&As about why they're here with video games, with being a streamer, with being part of the gaming communities and everything. So that's a good question to sit my IO for. Appreciative of that new last minute question. But I guess that's probably all the questions I can find. I don't know where everyone's been. I think they're all streaming at the same time. I don't know what's going on with that. You can leave questions in the chat, guys. Be happy to answer them in the next 25 minutes. But yeah, streamers have fun playing video games, and eventually meet people and get nerves off, and meet some people dealing with your experiences. So there you go. I'm going to do something right now. Since we're not getting questions through, we're gonna do what, say, comparison questions. Say, what would I prefer? Chicken palmy with chips and salad, or pizza? Palmy, hands down. I mean, I'll eat pizza any day, but palmy, especially if it's good sauce and basil, and there's a bacon and the sauce and all that, just all that with the palmy, or chicken parmesan, as rest of you will know it. Great Aussie food. Do I prefer mayo or Zelda? Well, here's the deal. Mayo would get me into the map on enjoying video games, and that's great. But the reason why I call Zelda the Ocarina of Time the greatest game of all time is simply because you know how classic the storytelling is, the fun characters you meet along the way, the open world aspect, the fun puzzles that you would get, and the items as well, and the classic end battle with Ganon or Ganondorf, um, and of course Ocarina of Time is the central point of the Zelda timeline because the fact it splits into three endings. The one with the Zelda with Link dying, the other one with Link, or two others of Link beating Ganon, but one of them, like him, sent back to time, one of them not sent back to time. Um, so yeah, I find that aspect later on, but regardless, uh, it's it's been an absolute fun game. I played it the other night. I might play it again Friday, just to have a break from Breath of the Wild. That might be an idea. Um, so yeah, something I have to look into. Um, and Zelda has some great games. The Oracle of Ages and Seasons on the Game Boy. The Link to the Past on the Super NES, as well as the Link Between Worlds on the 3DS. Oracle of Ages and Seasons are also available on 3DS for the Virtual Console eShop on there. Twilight Princess, not too bad of a game. I played Wind Waker. I was confused at first with the direction, but the cell quite the art, but good to love it. Um, so yeah, Zelda's always had that thing about quality games. Um, as for Mario though, he's become way too oversaturated lately. You know he's had some great Mario Kart games, a few early Mario Party games, and reinventing himself from time to time. But like the recent games, um, did I say the Paper Mario series, the new Super Mario Bros. Series, having Toads in missions and Paper Mario and now Mario and Luigi. Yeah, it's just kind of those kind of things, and oversaturation hurts the Mario brand. But anyway, the Mario Solar thing is pretty close. Um, so yeah, I would definitely choose Zelda at the moment. But it's a pretty close game race. I like both though. Um, I choose. If I had to choose between South Park, The Simpsons, or Family Guy, look, I love all three. Um, but I think I have to go to the one that kind of started it all, The Simpsons, just because um, The Simpsons, like especially the first 9 seasons, as everyone likes to say, have delivered like a bunch of classic um, classic scenes. The Foggett one, in particular from Treehouse of Horror 3, Look it up on YouTube. It's fun. Or the Boo Earns one. Uh, Boo Earns, Boo Earns. Just some of the samples of some great funny scenes in The Simpsons. I've been in Same Power for about nearly 28 seasons now. Uh, so, and then it kind of started a trend with South Park, and that's enjoyable itself. Watching Cartman get humiliated and everything in between. And then Family Guy, but I think that show's become too saturated, so that it's kind of like dead last out of the whole lot, out of the three. Um, do I prefer Super Mario Galaxy 1 or 2, or do I prefer the 3D World? As much as I love the cat suit and how beautiful the game looks, I think creative wise, I would have to go Mario Galaxy. Just because, 1 and 2, just because, you know, at first it was about the fact you move Mario around, freeing with that Wii remote and nunchuck. Um, and just walking around in the spear sort of thing. Uh, and yeah, there's definitely a lot of fun levels to be had. And there's even some difficult levels that makes you want like a true collector in video games and a real Mario fan. Um, there are some top tens that talk about these hard levels. Look it up on YouTube. Top 10 hardest Mario levels, and you'll get what I mean. Um, what else? I should probably go through some stuff. I follow Collingwood in the AFL, which is Aussie Rules Football, mind you. I follow Melbourne Storm in the NRL, that's Australian Rugby League. I follow Melbourne Victory for A League, the Australian Soccer domestic. Um, I don't really have a preference team for NBA or EPL because I don't watch those a lot. Um, so I can't help you deal with that, guys. I don't really watch the NFL or hockey or the Major League Baseball. But as my life's too saturated as it is, so that's kind of why I don't watch all the sports, even though I can like sports at times. Um, Music wise, I listen to Linkin Park, Foo Fighters, Silverchair, um, Green Day. What else? Phil Collins, Doctor Hook. Got into that as a kid. My mum and dad ended up playing it. Ended up listening to a bit of Billy Ocean as well. Um, what else? Said Foo Fighters, said Linkin Park. Oh, I got into Linkin Park as a teenager, just going through some crap, and yeah, their stuff's pretty awesome. I um I think one of the songs off their second album kind of really got me into it. Breaking the Habit. That was written by Mike Shinoda about a friend dealing with some dark issues, and later we found out it was his singer bandmate Chester because he was dealing with some drug issues. But he's clean now. But yeah, it's quite a dark song to play or perform live, and or for anyone who's gone through crap. Um, but I love the song nevertheless, and I think it's kind of why I'm saying get out of this dark hole that we're all in. Um, that's one of the reasons why I love the band. Because the emotion into the songs. Um, I also have like No More Sorrows, but that's like my theme song, No More Sorrow, the long live version one with the the guitar thing, and then the drums just this it's just like fist pumping and goes into the main bit of the song with the Brad's Ebo solo thing. And I use it for things like going to sports or playing poker. Um, it's a good No More So Long live version. It's a good one to get pumped up to. Um, Look it up on the internet. That would be up there favorite songs all the time. Besides Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, and U2's One, and Michael Jackson's Thriller. Anyway, I should also point out, like, I like Michael Jackson's music as a kid. What else was I thinking? I was growing up with some stuff as a kid. Oh man, I hate when I have brain farts in the middle of a stream. Think, Nathan, think. I've recently gotten to Toto. I didn't get listen to hip hop until I played GTA, so I ended up listening to some Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. So it's Eminem as well. What else? I would listen to like a lot of '90s music as well. That's kind of what I grew up in. Oh, that's right. I listened to John Farnham and Jimmy Barnes because um, they're Australian, and they both have same power. John Farnham particularly have like You're the Voice, personal favourite, and the other one for Jimmy Barnes would be like When Your Love Is Gone. But I think there's others that they're all of like Working Class Man or Kina Sna, whatever it's called, especially from his Cold Chisel days. Okay, should move on to favourite movies. Star Wars, of course. James Bond, like the Pierce Brosnan ones, the Goldeneye particularly. Love those movies. Foot Flop Rats is an underrated New Zealand cartoon of the 80s, I think it is, off the comic strip. Um, Based off the comic strip that you would see in the newspapers. One here in particular. I love Batman as well, Beverly Hills Cop, Police Academy, those bunch of things. But I like get more open into movies. Thank you for the hosts, Revan the Savage 22, Clayton Dabber, and Edward George 14. And don't forget, guys, if you want to leave your questions, do so in the chat, guys. Um, it's to me, it's an epic movie of all time. Probably one of my favourite movies of all time, and I'm sure it is for all you guys too. This thing made like hundreds of millions of dollars just from a hell of a movie. It's an action movie, it's an emotional movie of sorts, and a badass sort of movie. Um, and yeah, I grew up watching a lot of '90s movies, particularly action ones. Um, yeah, Terminator 2 was the pinnacle of like the action movies. Seeing Arnie at his classic finest with puns like "Hasta la vista, baby" and "I'll be back," which he borrowed that one off the first movie, but just as a reprogrammed Terminator, just trying to save John Connor this time around, and Sarah Connor eventually from the T-1000, some liquid Terminator trying to kill John and Sarah so that Terminators will win in the future and not win. So yeah, and the fact there's an emotional bond between the Terminator and John Connor, I think made that movie a little more special. That Sarah's dream though, with her and everyone else being blown up in a nuclear blast from Skynet being active, and seeing all those bones, everyone just turning to bones. That was absolutely scary to watch as a kid. Like I would be frightened just seeing everyone die from the nuclear blast, which they pretty much had some funny model shot from LA. Um, that was scary. It still scares me a little bit today. Um, thank you for all the hosts, little dragon, but yeah, that was scary as a kid. To watch. Um, but it's a great movie, nevertheless. So if anyone's haven't seen Terminator 2, I would recommend watching it. It's freaking brilliant. TV shows. Grew up watching Home Improvement. Eventually got into Seinfeld, Entourage. Boy Hill is the longest running Australian show as well. Lately, just been watching hardcore porn and storage wars. Not porn, pun, mind you guys. Just so we're not confused. Um, been watching Tastes War and everything. Simpsons, Family Guy, South Park, WWE. Uh, what else am I thinking here? I'll have to look through my DVD collection. I used to watch the OC. That's crazy. Watch Futurama as well. I used to watch like nice kids shows like Captain Planet, The Rugrats, Rocko's Modern Life, DuckTales, a bunch of those Disney and Nickelodeon shows as well. Um, Sailor Moon as well, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That was a big thing as a kid. I'm thinking of watching that new Ace Sharkade on. I'm thinking of watching that new Power Rangers movie when it comes out next month. Um, I grew up watching Power Rangers Zero, and then kind of stopped dropping it after the Turbo series. Probably because I was growing up. I used to throw a tantrum after one of the Power Rangers episodes because Mega Swords have been destroyed and everything, and just trashed my room completely. That was pretty funny back then, but stressful for my family. That was pretty funny though. uh, I'm gonna show you something. Back. Um, Now I did mention earlier, like Nintendo, NES, and Atari was like one of the first consoles I played. In terms of handheld, on the other hand, I mean, I still got to say this is my first handheld, guys. The Game Boy Advance, I mean Game Boy Color. Nifty little thing here, nice little purple patch here, and this here is also one of the games that I ended up getting for Christmas. The first Game Boy Color. Although you can't get that in the eShop, you have to find it somewhere. I did have like a original copy of this, and then ended up losing it. So I ended up just recently buying this from Cash Converters. I'm gonna have to start collecting some games, I think. Nostalgia wise. Oh, up there, if you can see the big box there with the Donkey Kong Country. Yeah, I'm just missing the Donkey Kong Country 2 game. Bought that off a family friend. Gotta wait and see what happens with the game. Just collecting things. So yeah, that's the Game Boy there, guys. Um, do I prefer cats or dogs? I like both of them actually, but because of like emotional attachment, in a very close way, so it would have to be the cats. I have some emotional attachments with the cats, especially the recent ones I've got, Saki and Tyson. So yeah, cats kind of just win out in the close race in that one. Um, you guys can leave your questions in the chat by the way if you like. Although I'm supposed to be finishing up in a minute, but leave your questions in the chat. What else I got to answer? Wrestling. Who do I follow? What and everything. I follow Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like I got in the Attitude Era since the early '90s. Not early '90s, late '90s. About '98, '99, and the thing with Vince McMahon, the rivalry was freaking funny. There's a bunch of things on the WWE Network you can look around to it. Great rivalry that, and you got The Block as well, The Undertaker, Mick Foley, Triple H. Then you eventually got Kurt Angle, the Hardy Boys, Chris Jericho, with the other of my favourite wrestlers. He's had a hell of a run lately with Kevin Owens. And I can't wait for their match at WrestleMania. Anyway, and my favourite WrestleMania would have to be WrestleMania 19. It was a pretty packed card in itself. Seeing Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho wrestle definitely was hell of a clinic. It says to be up there with the favourite WrestleMania of all time, 17, a few years prior. And then an underrated Triple H Booker T match, even though Booker should have won the match, but yeah, politics. Go figure. Shawn Hogan and McMahon did better than expected. Stone Cold and The Rock was emotional for the fact that it was Stone Cold's last match, as we find out like a year later. And then you got Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar. It was a pretty decent match, not great but decent. And then it was that scary shooting star press from Brock Lesnar. You shouldn't have done that. He could have died from that. It's quite a freak taking that bump, and then the fact that Kurt Angle had the neck surgery as well. So that was scary in itself. And favourite match of all time definitely involves Shawn Michaels. I would say the one with The Undertaker from WrestleMania 25 would be my favourite, just because both we waited like for 12 years to see them one on one, and the fact that they delivered for quite a long while, especially after Hogan Cena match got cancelled, and given plenty of time, they brought the house down. Even the backstory, the entrances, and the feeling bumps up and new falls. I recommend you guys see that match. That's from two Hall of Fame legends right there, in The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. I'll definitely recommend you seeing that. Okay, trying to see what else. If I have like a favorite Star Wars episode, it'll be 5. Just because of the shock horror of Han Solo being kidnapped, or the betrayal of that Captain Falco, whatever his name is, Lando. Lando, that's it, Lando. And then the even shock that Luke is the son of Anakin Skywalker, which turns out to be Darth Vader. Okay. Who do I like lately in the WWE? Cesaro. I would say Daniel Bryan, but he's retired. Bray Wyatt. Dean Ambrose. AJ Styles, definitely on top of that list. He's a hell of a wrestler. And I'm just watching this SmackDown replay here. But yeah. Well, the Q&A didn't turn out like I planned. I thought there were going to be like questions and a lot of viewers. I'm guessing everyone's streaming at the same time in their sleep. It's okay though. I'm going to post this on YouTube anyway. Just so you guys can watch later. I'm thinking I'm going to wrap it up. My head's just doing itself in. But I've got quite a bit of questions to answer today. Might do another Q&A when it's more time appropriate and when people get more keen. But thank you for those that are tuning in. Thank you for those who have answered the questions. I wish I could have got more. I answered some of you guys' questions and let you guys know a bit more about myself. Again, I'll do another Q&A down the track, hopefully with more questions. And this is all done because I've reached 300 goals, 300 follower goal, which was originally about 200, but you know. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. If you want to join Hell of a Community in Discord, there's the code there. If you want to join a Hell of a Community looking after a bunch of new gamers and everything and all that, let me know, or go to Twitter, to Team MC on Twitter. They'll look after you guys, and there'll be a link on the pinned tweet on that Twitter account. You'll find me there for streams, and the social media's down there. That ends the stream for now, but I will be back later on tonight with some Mega Man 2 and 3. I may answer some more questions before the stream as well, if you guys got some questions. Until then, I'm the Real Peace Nathan Vaughan. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a pleasant night or day. And by the way, summer's over. 2 days to go till Nintendo Switch comes out. Should be fun Friday. But I should be back in about 4 or 5 hours time, guys. So until then, realvstargaming, Nathan Vaughan out. Bye for now.